everyone. So I just got back from a garden center liquidation sale, which basically one of the garden centers in Chicago that I used to go to, City Grange, went out of business, I think a year or two ago. And now whoever took over all of the inventory they had a liquidation sale, which today was 75% off. Now, by the time you see this video, the sale will be over, but I did want to share with you, well, one, what I got, and two, I wanted to share some tips on what I do to kind of stay up to date on any of these types of sales that might be happening near me. But basically this sale was 3 days long, so it was Friday to Sunday. I went today, which is Sunday when I'm recording this, not when you're seeing it, and it was 50% off the first 2 days and 75% off today. So if you do go near the end of the sale, I mean, you're risking there not being as much stuff left, but they usually do have a greater discount near the end. Now you could also just go the first day and the last day. That way you can pick from the entire stock and then get some extra on sale. But the only day I could make it in was the last day. So it was a little bit crazy in there. I mean, it could have been a lot busier, but it was still like, I could tell everyone was on the hunt. And if you didn't grab what you wanted right away, it probably wasn't going to be there. So first, let me go over the tips on how I find these sales. And then two, I will quickly show you everything that I got. I think everything is for the garden except for one little thing. So first, this one I specifically found through using Google Alerts. So Google Alerts are basically, you can set an email to come to you with certain keywords that are of interest to you, and then also choose the frequency with which Google will send you articles related to those keywords. So I will put up on the screen some images as I go through this and talk about how to set this up, but I swear it's really easy once you kind of get going. But you can do it either through your computer or your mobile phone. Either way, you just go to like search for Google Alerts. It should open it up, and then you can type in the search that you want an alert for. So for me, what I do is I have Chicago and garden as my keyword phrase, because I don't want to see necessarily everything related to gardens, because that could be a lot and it could be anywhere in the world. But if there's something with Chicago and garden in it, I want to stay up to date. So I found a lot of definitely events, just good articles to kind of keep me up on what I should be doing in the garden. But then I saw this specific liquidation sale. So that's how I found out about it, but you'll put in the keyword for what you want. So I'd recommend like the name of your city or town and the word garden. You can choose how often you get the emails. I do once a day because I like to keep up to date. I don't want to see them just once a week because I probably would have missed this sale. You can choose different sources like news, blogs, web. I have mine set to automatic everything. Language, you can put in a certain region if you want to. How many? Only the best results is what I choose instead of all results. And it'll also show you a little preview so you can get an idea of, is the keyword that I put in to create an alert about, is it relevant based on the preview that it shows you? And if not, then you can adjust your keyword. But that way I get like one email almost every day if there's something relevant to send. And it'll just send me a list of all of the relevant websites. So yeah, that's how I found out about this liquidation sale. Now, the other thing I like to be on the lookout for are estate sales near me. Now, that can kind of be, I don't know, sometimes the prices are great and sometimes they're really expensive things that they're trying to sell for a lot of money, but you can get some good deals there. So the site I use for those is estatesales.net, and you can either just go to the website and type in your zip code and see what's around. I, again, set up an email notification, so you'll just enter in like your email, your zip code, and then choose the radius around your zip code that you want to be notified for. And with this one, I was emailed about an estate in Chicago called the Enchanted French Garden. So I had to definitely look through those. This is an all online auction, although it will let you know about like in-person auctions as well that you can go in and kind of look around at the items. So for this sale, I don't think I'm gonna order anything just because there wasn't anything that I really needed at a price that I liked. It seemed like they had a lot of higher priced antiques, but it is a good way to stay up to date on any potential sales around you. And even if it's not called like a garden estate sale, you can often find garden items at just regular estate sales. So I would definitely recommend setting that up too. So those are my two tips: setting up a Google alert to go to your email, and then setting up an email notification from estatesales.net. So with that, let me show you what I got today, and I will say everything that I'm gonna show you I got for $45. So that was really good. First up, I got these 4 pots, trying to use my head as a size comparison. These pots I think were originally $39 each, which I don't know if I would have paid $39 for them, like just in general at the garden center, but when they were 75% off, I definitely will. So these are plastic. They're really lightweight, which is good for bringing up to my garden deck and also not adding, you know, too much weight to my garden deck. So I really like that. I'm pretty sure I can leave these outside all winter and they won't get damaged, because I think I mentioned this, but I am trending more towards plastic pots now instead of like ceramic pots, because ceramic, even though it's really pretty, can just break if I leave them outside. And I'd rather have containers that I can keep outside all winter and not worry about having to find room for them inside of my home. So yeah, I got 4 of these. They do have a hole for you to drill into the bottom if you want, which I think every pot should come with a pre-drilled hole and a plug. These come with the plug, but not the pre-drilled hole. So I will be drilling the holes in these and just saving the plugs somewhere, because I will want these to drain. I would say they are about 12 inches in diameter, so maybe about a 5 to 7 gallon volume if I'm kind of basing it on my grow bags. So those I'm probably going to use for flowers, I think somewhere in my garden deck. I'm just not sure yet. But again, I got 4 of these. Then I got this pot, which I don't know what material it is. This is going to be an indoor pot. I just thought it was really pretty. I like pots that look like they've been around for years, and I don't know if this one actually has been, but there's definitely like some wear and tear on it. I also really liked the scallop lip at the top. Now this one was super cheap. So they told me that each of the brown pots individually was, what was it, $10, because it was 75% off. So that would have come to $40, but then everything came to $45. So that's only $5 left for the other 3 things that I got. So I'm not sure what the breakdown was. But yeah, this pot I got for inside. I'm gonna plant up a really pretty house plant in there. Then also for the garden, I got this lantern. And again, head for size comparison, it's a really good size. It can fit, probably I'll do like a large pillar candle inside of it and then have that in the garden. Now, anytime I have these lanterns, I do bring them inside when it's going to rain. One, because there's candles in them and I don't want the candles to get rained on, but also the bottom is solid, so rain will kind of sit in these. So those I just kind of bring in and out as I'm using them, but I also think it's pretty just to sit like in my home in the winter and use it there. So I was really excited about that. I had seen photos that they had of the liquidation sale, and there were maybe like 10 plus of those, and when we went there today, there was only 1 left. So as soon as I saw it, I grabbed it. And then the last item is also gonna be for indoor use, but I thought it was really cute. It's just this little candle holder that is obviously a little flower. So a mini tea light candle in there. I don't know where exactly I'm gonna put this yet, but this was the last thing that I grabbed. So yeah, that was everything I got in this sale. I was actually surprised I didn't grab more, but it seemed like they had a bunch of like farm tables and baker's racks, but it seemed like most of those were already claimed. So again, if there is a type of sale like this, you might not get as much of a discount going earlier, but almost everything is going to be available compared to the last day. But I also did kind of try to restrain myself, because I could have grabbed a lot more pots, but I don't want to have a bunch of pots that I'm not necessarily going to use, although I could probably fill them, but I want to have some space to walk around my deck. So yeah, that is everything that I grabbed. Those are my tips for staying on top of sales. I will try to bring you around with me as I go on these. I was actually planning to try to get some footage of the sale, but again, like I said, it was just crazy and I needed both of my hands free to grab the things that I wanted. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for this video. I hope my tips help, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.